Hi there, Kira here, and I am doing a layout for Ink Road stamps today. So I'm going to be scrapping this picture of my son Jonathan, and this is on our weekly walk along the San Antonio River. So I'm using this stamp set. It's called Frond of You, and I will link it below so you can take a look at it yourself. But I can't be the only one that does this. I basically put my son in this outfit so I could use these stamps. So he got this pair of shorts from my mother-in-law. She had done a little shopping when she was in Seattle a couple weeks ago, I guess, and she sent a package for the kids, and it was just, some summer clothes that she had picked up at Target. And these shorts had little, palm leaves all over them, and, the palm leaf trend is really big now. I've already made one layout where I used some palm leaf cut files, and then I got this palm leaf stamp, and then I got these shorts for my son, and I was like, yes, I can use the palm leaves. So that's what I did. So I dressed him in this outfit, knowing that we were going to go down to the river and that there would be good picture opportunities there. And usually he takes a toy with him, and so I get these pictures of him. I mean, they're still cute, but he's carrying these awkward toys, or they have these really ugly colors that don't match whatever he's wearing. But this time on the trip down to San Antonio River, he brought this little wood box. It's lime green, and he got it at Target, and he had a couple toys in there, but he was carrying this box, so it kind of worked with the outfit as well. So I decided for my color scheme that I would kind of just work off of his outfit and the box that he was carrying, and I used some blues and some greens, and I just basically pulled out all the ones that I had in my stash and kind of made them work together, and I think it turned out really cute. So I used this font from defont.com, and I'll link that below if you're interested as well, and I just turned it into a cut file. So, because for whatever reason, my Cricut wouldn't recognize this font when I tried to enter it, type something into the Cricut design space. So I just typed it up in Word and then turned that into a cut file, and it worked out just fine. But the reason I liked this font is because it didn't have the centers of the A's and the R. Those weren't cut out. So it left that more space to stamp in, basically. So I stamped right on the paper before I took the letters off, and then I was able to just peel that extra paper off, and voila, I have my custom title here. So now I'm just kind of fussing around trying to find what paper I wanted to put it on. I didn't want to do white because then it would be too white. I thought about black, but it was almost too dark, I think. I don't know, I wasn't feeling the black. I tried a couple pattern papers, but it was just too much pattern. It was just a little busy. And then I tried this dark blue. I was like, I don't know. And then I decided to go with it, and I'm really glad I did because it kind of works off of the colors that I had stamped. So I did a couple shades of blue, and so this dark blue just kind of worked perfectly with that. So I'm going to go ahead and adhere all of my letters onto this paper, and I'm just using some Tombow glue, and I will use my T-square ruler so I get them all lined up perfectly straight. But I'm going to fast forward through most of this so you don't have to see me adhering all these letters down, because that's a lot of letters in San Antonio River. And then after I get them adhered down, I'll go ahead and poke my holes and do some stitching, because that's what I do now. So I did my stitching off camera, and I stitched around it in that blue color that matches that bright blue leaf. And now I'm going to go ahead and start working on embellishing my layout. So I decided that I wanted to stamp a few of these leaves separately to make some kind of just some DIY pieces of ephemera. So I just did them like 4 different colors, and thought that I could kind of just use them to place around the layout. And then once I get those cut out, I'll go ahead and start working on my embellishing on my layout. And done. Okay. So I knew I wanted my photo up in the upper right hand corner, but that's pretty much all that I knew what I wanted to do so far. So I just went through my ephemera, and I have it all organized by color now. In these little iris containers. So I pulled out my blue ephemera and I pulled out my green ephemera, and that kind of encompasses every shade of blue and green. So I have a lot of teal in there too. And I just picked out the pieces that I thought might work for this layout. And I don't use all of them, but I do use a lot. I will go through all of my stickers and chipboard as well and pick out things that I think might go. So I have like little phrases that say, like, there's one that says breaking routine, and I ended up cutting the breaking off and just have it be routine since this is our weekly routine now. There's like a little piece that says hot, and a little piece that says, I think, like today's weather forecast, because it is hot every day. We go early in the morning on Sundays, so it's about 85, 90 degrees when we go, so it's not horrible, but it's still, I mean, it's still hot. You still have to wear like shorts and a tank top, and it's crazy there too, because I don't work out, like, let's not be silly, but there's people that go and run along the river, and I mean, it's a great place to run. There's a nice trail, and I mean, it's beautiful, but these people go running there, and I mean, more power to them, but I think they're crazy. And a lot of times you'll see people wearing like pants or like jackets. Like, there was a guy that was running along the trail yesterday, or whenever we went, this Sunday that we went, and there was a guy wearing black pants and a black jacket. It's like 90 degrees out. Crazy people. I'm like sweating in my shorts and tank top and my flip-flops that I wear, walking at a snail's pace, because Jonathan doesn't like to ride in the stroller for like the first mile of our walk. So he has to be walking, but he's like really slow when he has to look at everything, and which is fine. I mean, that's why we go, is for him to get kind of his energy out and have fun. And so we always like look for the turtles in the water, and you can see the fish and tadpoles and ducks, and I mean, there's all sorts of stuff to kind of look at. And so he does that for about the first mile that we're walking, and then he gets tired, obviously, because he's got tiny little legs and he's walking a mile. So then he gets tired, and then he'll get in the stroller with brother, and once he gets in the stroller, then we can walk a little bit faster. But yeah, I'm like dying, even walking as slow as we do in as little clothing as I wear as we're walking. All right, so now that I've got everything kind of picked out that I possibly might use for this, I was like, I should put some layers behind my photo, and I fuss around with these layers for the longest time, and then decide that I don't want them at all, and I take them off. It's just too much going on. I have this was like a cut apart Project Life card. It says best day ever, and really Sundays is the best day ever for us because Dad's home and we're able to go on our walk, and it's just fun. We usually have breakfast at the farmer's market, and we go on a little drive, and maybe sometimes I get to do some craft shopping, which is nice. So I liked that this card said best day ever, because it had all those shades of green and stuff in it. So I'm just going to go ahead and kind of start building clusters like all around the layout. So I'll have like little pieces kind of here and there, and then tucked under the photo, and kind of wherever. My camera does cut out at the end, but you see mostly where I put things, and then you'll see close-ups at the end as well. But I have a lot of these like leaves from Happy Place. Why every time I use ephemera from that darn Ephemera pack. I never remember what that stupid collection's called. I think it's Happy Place. Dear Lizzie Happy Place. I don't know. Anyways, there's lots of like palm leaves and stuff in that collection, and they're all different colored greens too, so they kind of work. So I pulled in like some olive greens and other colors too. And there you go, my layout completely done. So I just kind of embellished like crazy and called it good. So here's some close-ups for you so you can see everything in detail. I hope you guys enjoy this layout. Make sure to go check out Ink Road Stamps and check out this stamp, Frond of You. Have a good day. Bye.